Hello, my name is Elizabeth Vega, and I will be discussing the article on Imagine Online School in a Language You Don't Understand by Rika Sharma Rani. And I just want to start off by saying that remote schooling poses a huge challenge for families who are not fluent in English. It makes it extremely difficult on the kids, not only on the kids themselves, but their parents as well, because they're affected by it. And in the article, it says about 5 million American school children are classified as English learners, meaning they lack fluency. And even more come from homes where their parents speak a different language. And I know that personally that hits home for me because I was a student that didn't know English whenever I first started at school. My parents are from Honduras and they speak Spanish, and my first language growing up was Spanish. So I didn't learn English until I got to school, and it was extremely difficult because imagine being taught a language and then you go into a different environment with other students with similar backgrounds as you, and you're learning a whole new language and trying to navigate around the school and learning all kinds of things. And all it does, and even it being a challenge right now, even before the outbreak, before the pandemic, language learners were at a high risk for chronic absences, meaning that it's easy for them to burn out now, and now it gives them a reason for them to not continue in school. And something that will make it easier for them is if the schools provided more translators. I know when I was in school, sometimes the older I got, more like third and fourth grade, when I knew the English language more, I was able to translate to other kids or parents that came to visit the school. Like if they needed someone, I was there to translate. But imagine a 9-year-old having to translate for an adult. It's difficult, it's insane. And it'd be easier if the schools provided translators to assist parents as their students completed homework at school. And also another thing that would be very beneficial is that the schools provided electronic devices like the tablets, the laptops, and all that. It'd be great. I know that in the article it said that Miss Torres, her 2 sons had to complete their school assignments on their phones. And I mean her phone, not even their phones, like her phone. And they aren't fortunate enough like other kids to have electronic devices at home so that they can continue their schoolwork. And I know that at one point she was able to get a laptop from the school district, and that helped a lot because the boys were able to complete their schoolwork, and that would be great. And maybe she was able to get a hotspot for her internet on her phone that helped her boys out a lot. And I know another thing about Miss Torres, they talked about in the article, was that she said that sometimes she would worry about her older son, that she would have to, since she didn't know English as much, she would have to go into Google Translate and write in Spanish and then translate it into English, trying to figure out how to ask his teacher, how's my son doing, because she was worried about him. But imagine this mom, she's in a tight position because she's in a country where she's not fluent in language, and all she wants is for her son to succeed in school. So you can imagine how difficult it is for these parents, and I believe they should have more resources. And I know that the article did mention a teachers union, that they're wanting to give aid to the immigrants, the students whose parents are immigrants, who haven't been in this country for long and don't get benefits from the government, so that they can have aid for them. And I think that's a great thing. that I hope it passes by and it continues, because it would do great things. And I just wanted to wrap up by saying that online school should not be an option for kids who don't speak English at home, whose second language is English. It shouldn't be an option for them to be at home. And then if they are at home, they should be given electronic devices, and they should have access to interpreters or translators for their parents to talk to their teachers to see how their progress is doing in class. And that would do it'd be a whole load off their parents' back. And I think it would be a great thing for these students to have access to that, because they are part of this country and they deserve it. They deserve all the study tools that other kids have access to, but some don't because of economic, their parents can't afford or anything like that, and it would be a great thing for them to have access to.